So I've been using my old Samsung health monitor here, and I downloaded an app called Wellatory, and it's telling me my stress levels, which are just like ridiculously out of control. So I've been taking more breaks, and I'm doing more walks. Normally I do weight training, but that's not really working out. I'm so stressed that doing that actually makes things worse. So taking care of myself, self-care, and one of the things that I learned about is this thing called earthing. And when I first heard about it, it was totally nuts. But basically you go outside and you walk barefoot, and you just ground. You just let electricity flow through you, because that's what's happening. And when I first heard about it, I'm like, that's nuts. But since I've been monitoring myself, I'll have like 95% stress, right? And then I take a break and I'll go outside and I'll walk barefoot, and I'll come in and it'll be half every single time, at least. And so I'm out here right now just talking to you, and I just wanted to share that's what we're doing. We're doing my earthing break for the day and just talking. Something I wanted to cover regarding everything that's going on right now with this fundraising, the crowdfunding that we're doing, where we're asking people to pray for us, to share the message of what we're trying to do, and to pledge if you have money. If you have money available, there's the bandit back there, and the fuzz. So is actually, let me show you what I'm looking at here. So there we go. Not a bad place to walk, huh? Weather's just changing, so it's pretty darn nice out here right now. It's not hot anymore. I don't do well in heat. So we got this pray, share, pledge thing that we're doing right now for this regulated crowdfund, which allows people not to donate, but to actually invest in Eden and what we're doing. So I want to do a series of videos talking about Eden and what we're trying to do, because I've received some comments. You know how YouTube is. There's people who are just so filled with hate that they need to express it. But some of the comments that people have made actually have really good questions in them. And so I want to share that a little bit. And one of them is, Jeff, when you started TheRealMartian, and what you were trying to do is like, you're trying to start a farm, and now you're doing this technology thing. You're just wasting all this money and you haven't done anything. That was kind of a hateful comment, but it's got some good sense in it right there. We can look at the good that people have. What we've done since we've started, we did the Hab, we did LifePod, and then through COVID and everything else, we've had to change what we focused on, but we never really changed the plan. The plan has just become more focused every single time that we've pivoted. And what we've developed are these indoor grow towers that allow people to grow food anywhere, and any type of food. They can grow root vegetables, they can grow berries, they can grow trees, they can do anything. And it's a really cool technology. And as I said in my live stream, we are selling. There's a lot of folks that are buying it. They see the value in it, and it's worth every penny that they're paying for it. But we want to make it cost less, and that's why we're trying to do this fundraise. One major reason is so that we can get buying power. You know how hard it is to compete with China? It's tough. So we need buying power so that we can actually reduce the cost and make it way more available to everybody out there every day, so that a lot more people can grow their own food. That is really nice here today. So we built this tower, but in doing that, we've built a whole company. At one point we had 15 employees. We've gone through 2 furloughs, and those are rough. But we have volunteers, and we have like 4 volunteers, 11 employees right now. And we've created a great work environment. We've had schools come to us and actually tour our facility with the kids, the first graders. It was so awesome. We had about 100 first graders go through, and we did a great tour with them. It was a great time. And then what else did we do? We created a great work environment where people bring their kids to. It's one of the cool things. When I was a kid, my dad would bring me to work, and I was bagging groceries with him. And I learned a lot from that experience. And I got to work with my stepdad at his job. And, it was really good learning experience. So it makes me feel good that we've created that environment. And we've been doing it for 4 years. So that's really neat. In addition to that, we've partnered now with the universities, and we have that going on, and they're taking our technology and they're actually working on building different protocols and different ways of doing things to where they can grow even more food with our systems, which is really, really cool when you think about that. getting more out of our system. So that's Texas A&M, New Mexico State University, North Dakota State University. You know, we've won some Air Force contracts, or Air Force contract and a Space Force contract. You know, we've been doing that. What else have we done here? My goodness, there's a lot. We've gone through 8 different iterations of the tower, engaged in the community. We've grown a lot of food and given it to food banks in our local area. Anytime we have excess, we give it to them. And when we have all the towers going, we have a lot of excess. Even when everyone's taking food, you know, on the team, there's a lot of excess. So we give that to the food banks. We've done a lot in a very short period of time with very little amount of money, and the amount that we're trying to raise now isn't that big, relatively speaking. But it's tough times, and I get that. That's why it's pray, share, or pledge, right? Or a combination of all 3. But at minimum, just pray for us and help us out. Our health is one of the things, you know, obviously we got to keep going. My health is getting a lot better. I'm starting to lose weight just by managing my stress. I'm getting a lot better. So if you're worried about me, don't. I'm finally on the right track here, taking these breaks. You know, maybe having you two back in my life again here and talking to you guys is a way that I can force myself to take more breaks and actually, you know, get healthier while at the same time communicating what's going on. I know a lot of you wanted that. We have a lot of accomplishments, and if you really want to see the whole list, you can go check out the live stream I just did a few days ago. For me, it was yesterday, but for you, by the time you see this, it might be a few days. So go check that out. And the last thing I want to talk about is just people who might want to be investing in Eden. You know, there's actually a few different categories of folks that would want to invest in Eden, and one of them is people who are space enthusiasts, right? These are people who see the future. They see us going out into the cosmos. I'm one of those people, and there's a lot of hope in that, and I would really love it if we can get people to see that, you know, people still need to eat when they go into space, and our systems and the solutions that we have are one of the ways that can be done. We're a NASA spin-off company, so that's a great way you can do it. So we are a great way that you can invest in the future of humanity going out in the cosmos. Another type of folks that want to invest in us would be, whoa, bees. Okay, bees. Would be, man, you can tell it's going to be a tough winter because the bees are really starting to come out and get aggressive. So that's not good. Oh, and the cats are going crazy. Another type of person who want to invest in us are foodies or people who like clean food, right? People who really enjoy having natural grown food. And I know first thing people say, well, you're not in the dirt. It's not natural. Well, we still have bacteria. We're still using nutrients. We're still growing naturally. And we're not using pesticides or herbicides, right? So it's nice, clean food. And you have full control over the quality and type of food that you're getting. So those would be types of folks that want to invest in us. Whoa, man, oh man, I'm getting attacked by the bees here. I gotta keep moving. Another type of person want to invest in Eden are people who like to grow cannabis or medicinals just in general. Cannabis being the most popular one right now, obviously. I'm not a fan of people getting drunk, and I'm not a fan of people getting high or being stoned or doing any of those things. It's not good for you. The Bible tells us not to do that. So not a fan of it. Not that I haven't been guilty of those things, but certainly it's not something you should be doing if you care about your health or your mental well-being. Those are all bad things. But there's a lot of good things. You don't throw the baby out with bathwater. There are a lot of good things that people get from medicinals like cannabis or other medicinals that you can grow. Natural herbs, for example, that you can grow that give you a lot of benefits. So those would be folks that want to invest in us because our towers allow you to grow that really, really fast and very efficiently. Another type of person who want to invest in us are folks who like green technology, right? These would be people who really, really care about the environment. They care about sustainability. They care about carbon footprint. Our solution is carbon negative, meaning that every tower that goes out, we're actually taking carbon out of the environment and saving it. We're offsetting it. From traditional agriculture. Did all the math, had it confirmed, and we definitely save a lot there. So if you care about the environment, we're a great investment for you. Give you guys another view here. There we go. That definitely calms me down. Another type of investor to be interested in Eden are people who care about decentralization. Normally you call this the DeFi kind of group, but that's decentralized finance. But what we are is decentralized agriculture or decentralized food. What we believe in is a future where we decentralize food again to where everyone is growing their own food or they're getting it hyper locally. And the towers that we produce and the future solutions that we have are going to allow people to get back to the way that things used to be, even if they don't have land like I've been blessed with behind me here. This is such a blessing that I get to live here, and I'm so grateful to God that I get to step out and, walk here. But not everybody has the opportunity or has been blessed with such a place to be. And 80% of the population lives in the city, right? So we need to be able to help those folks out. And we can do that through our type of technology. Let's talk about sustainable agriculture. Big ag is not sustainable. We talk about it like it is, but it's not. You cannot sustain large agriculture. It is raping the land. And, where I grew up here in Washington State, we have a college called Evergreen, and we always joked about the greeners because they were always, they wouldn't take showers for like weeks. They wouldn't take care of themselves because they were saving water, saving the environment. And there's extremists no matter where you're at. But in the extremism, there's also some truth, is that we do need to take care of the planet. God gave us this place to live, and we need to be better stewards of it. So when you look at sustainable agriculture, it's not in large-scale farms with a bunch of automated John Deere tractors. That it's still raping the land. You're just doing it more efficiently. So there's some jokes to be said about that. So for us, what we believe in is, again, decentralized agriculture is sustainable agriculture. And what you should be investing in, if you are into sustainable ag tech, you shouldn't be investing in large-scale ag. You should be investing in decentralized ag technology. That is the future. That is the only sustainable future that we have. We have to transition away from large ag and go to sustainable, decentralized, small-scale ag in volume. We need people growing their own food again, so we need technologies that enable people, that empower people to grow their own food. And Eden does that. We've created a solution that people can have right in their own homes, and they can grow their own food. That is the future of sustainable agriculture. Finally, I'll say that for anyone who believes in impact investing, Eden is a great solution for you. The way that we run the company, what we're trying to do as far as the exit strategy for investors go, we're not just looking at finding any willy-nilly folks to buy us out or to, take over. We're looking for the right partners, and we want to take this thing to distance. You'd be investing in a company that believes in a future of hope, in a future of independence, a future of food sovereignty, medicinal sovereignty, being able to make choices again, not having things forced onto you. We believe in a future of freedom and independence, and that is what you'd be investing in. A company that cares about the environment and does our best. A company filled with people who are dedicated to the mission of providing sustainable food and energy independence to communities around the world. That's what you would be investing in. It's not just a single bottom line, it's a triple bottom line. You're really dealing with the environment, you're dealing with finance, you're dealing with food, you're dealing with hope. There's a lot more bottom lines there. If you care about impact investing, we're a great solution for you. That's it. I got to go in and take my measurement here, my stress measurement, and I'll see that it's dropped. So thank you for joining me on this earthing adventure here as I try to calm down and get myself all healthy again. I'll show you another view. It's really, really pretty. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, what would be helpful is that you pray, that you share, or you pledge. So share this video with friends and family that you know. Let them know what we're doing. And I'll be back to you next time, and I'll give you guys some more updates on what's happening with Eden and The Real Martian. In the meantime, this is The Real Martian. Later.